Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to come on and show you a little haul that I recently received. So I recently treated myself to some Daphne's Diary stuff, and I just kind of wanted to come on and show you what I got. I specifically wanted to flip through the new planner for next year, plus the paper packs here. I got the first one, and then there was a new one that had came out, and I purchased that one as well. I believe there are some flip throughs of this one, but not of this one, and so I specifically wanted to show that. So the planner I am going to do a separate video for, because I want to also explain like my ideas of how I'm going to use it. But in this little haul here that I got for myself, I got the 2023 Daphne's Diary planner. I got this birthday calendar. It is the animal version. I bought both of the paper scrapbook blocks, and they come with 100 designs, 50 sheets, and so each one is front and back. And then I purchased the two most recent editions of the magazine, and so this is number 5 for this year and number 6. At the time of me purchasing this, number 5 was not on the shelves at my Barnes and Nobles, and so I think as I'm filming this it should be at Barnes and Nobles now, but number 6 is the one that is currently out. And so since I was getting a bunch of things, I said, you know what, let's just throw in the two latest ones so I don't have to like go hunting for them at Barnes and Nobles, because we get everything delayed here. And so yeah, I treated myself to Daphne's Diary, and I say treat it because it is very expensive to, not so much to buy the stuff from Daphne's Diary, just to have it shipped. So I paid everything in euro. I generally do that. I don't use like PayPal to convert anything, because my credit card is one of those like international credit cards, and I find that I always get a better exchange rate through that card than going through, like, you know how PayPal can do the exchange for you, but it's always more money for some reason. So for me, the shipping was about $33 USD, which is a lot of money. I remember when I made a haul, like I purchased a nice little haul from the Daphne's Diary website back in like 2017, and shipping then was 20 bucks. Sort of like when you buy from KikiK, it was 20 bucks. That seemed like the go-to rate for international shipping. But of course, with everything happening and going on, shipping was 32 euros on the site, which ended up being about $33. So I initially was going to just get the paper pad and I think the latest magazine. And I realized even with just one magazine, the shipping was still the 33 or the 32 euros. So I realized that it was like a flat fee. And I'm like, you know what? Since that's the case, I'm just going to get everything that I want. And yeah, so I put this in the planner in because I love the cover. It's beautiful. I was debating getting it, but I didn't find anybody who had like a flip through online. And so I'm going to flip this for you. So I decided to buy it anyway because it ended up being cheaper. Like, when I say that is like, I think these at Barnes and Nobles are like maybe 30 bucks. With the straight exchange, the item in itself is cheaper to get straight from Daphne's Diary, but like the shipping kind of evens it all out. But since it was a flat shipping, I feel like I got a really good deal on all of this stuff. And it was just a treat for me because I've been working really hard and just haven't had time to do any things that I like, and I'm just like, you know what, let me just do it. Let me just get all the things. Anyway, that was a long spiel. I want to show you what came. So this stuff is like extra. So I was gifted this little set of mini color pencils. So that's cute. And then there's some little extra goodies in this baggie here. There's a couple of postcards. And then, of course, the little note from Daphne. And then a sheet of label stickers. And another sheet of labels, but these aren't stickers. They're just labels that you can just cut apart. This this poster here. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's a beautiful poster. And then this one, which is just absolutely gorgeous. I mean, this is like a brown on like a cream, but I love like black and white floral illustrations. They're just so pretty. So that was the little extras that I was treated to. Again, I got the planner, but I am going to save that for a separate video in itself. I'm excited about that. So I got myself this birthday calendar. This was the birthday calendar animals. That's what it was called because it's all animals here. And this was in their sale section. So I believe I got this for €3, which is about, what, $4? And it's 8 by 8. It's roughly 8 by 8, just looking at it. And it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. My intention was to use like this part where the month is for like my journals, because sometimes I tend to do journaling like monthly, and just to have it the month there, because I'm not going to use it as a calendar. I was just going to use it like in my journals, of course. But it's such a beautiful calendar. You basically sits like this, right? But look at this. Look. Like, I didn't realize, you know, on the pictures there are not that many like pictures on the website, but like I didn't realize like the facing page would be like beautiful, the beautiful artwork. And so this is January. So like I'm really torn now about ripping this up, but this is January, his lovely fox illustration. And then of course you have sort of like the perpetual calendar here, and it says a birthday calendar, so I guess you can write out the birthdays, or you could write out anniversaries or like important dates that kind of reoccur every single year if you want to use it that way. But it's beautiful. Oh my goodness, January. And then see, this is what I'm talking about. The facing page is like this beautiful artwork. And then February here. And so I'm really torn if I want to like dismantle this, you know, and like use it because it's just so, so pretty. April is this rabbit, which makes sense, right? May is so pretty. It's so beautiful. I just love it. I absolutely love it. I should, like, in my head, I'm like, you should have bought two. But of course, I didn't know that it would have like that facing artwork on there. So pretty. So like if I do end up using this in my journals, like every little bit of it is going to be used because it's just so pretty. And then December is the deer again. And then it's the back and even the front. And so the paper quality is basically kind of like the paper of the Daphne's Diary magazine. It's like that very matte paper. And so it's definitely great for crafting. So I did pick that up. And then I did pick up two of the magazines. Like I said, I picked up number 5 for this year and number 6. Number 5 is the one that has those I love these pages in the back. They're so pretty. Number 5 is the one with those cut apart butterflies. I'm so excited to cut these apart. I'm not going to flip through these because there are plenty of magazine flip throughs on the tubes at the moment, but beautiful, beautiful. Love these stickers too. Absolutely gorgeous. I for a while there, I kind of stopped buying Daphne's Diary magazines because I used to get them a lot in 2017 and 2018, and I think I stopped purchasing them like somewhere around 2019. So I have a lot of issues that are much older. I have some 2016 issues and 2015 issues, but I stopped purchasing around 2019, I believe, because for some reason I felt like the style was changing and becoming a little bit more illustrative and less florally. I don't know, I would always go to Barnes& and Nobles and like flip through them, and I'm like, this is not really grabbing me. Until this year, like I think the first one that I picked up this year was the birthday issue. I feel like it was the birthday issue, or maybe the one before the birthday issue. It was one of them, and I'm like, oh my god, I love it. Like, it was just so different than how I was used to seeing the Daphne's Diary magazines. And so far, the ones afterwards have like really started to use these sort of watercolor floral images again, and more florals and stuff like that, which I'm so happy about because that is what I really loved about the Daphne's Diary magazine, was that sort of aesthetic, right? Um, love this. So yeah, so I'm like Daphne's Diary up again. This is so pretty, the cover, and like love that. And I love how there's actually papers in the back. Oh my god, these are so gorgeous. I love how there are papers in the back because I think the older issues didn't have like these papers in the back. It's great. I love how Daphne is including those in the magazine now. So yeah, this is the new one. I'm sure there are flip throughs of it. I've seen flip throughs of it. So I'm not going to flip through the magazines. What I am going to flip through though are these paper packs, because this one I've seen flip through a few times on YouTube. This one is brand new, and I only bought it because I couldn't find a flip through of it. I did go through both of them. This one is definitely my favorite. It has more of the designs that speak to me. They're more florally, more watercolory. This one is very new. It has a lot of the newer sort of style of the Daphne's Diary magazine, which is not my favorite, but I definitely see myself using this in my journals, and as well as like wrapping paper to wrap little gifts in, because it's perfect. The paper is the same, is that same paper quality as the magazines themselves, and so very matte, very easy to write on, very easy to craft with, and it's just so lovely. So this is the first one, the I guess I don't know if this is the original one, but this is my favorite. This is my favorite one of the two, and I am just gonna flip you through them here. So this one has a lot of this watercolor floral kind of aesthetic, and like these are sort of like honestly, these are the designs from the magazines. So you know how in the magazines they'll be like, you'll have like borders that have like a repeating pattern, and then like the article in the middle. These are those patterns, except they're just the patterns, because when I was looking through them initially, there was a lot of these patterns. Like this was on the inside cover of one of the magazines. I remember seeing that floral, and so we're just getting the actual pattern paper here, which is really nice because, you know, I think we all, whoever, you know, collects Daphne Diary magazines to use in journals and stuff, we kind of cut those little strips, like where we see like a beautiful pattern. And these books are basically that whole entire pattern, but like on a sheet. And so yeah, you can see here, like, I just love all of these designs in this one. It just speaks to my soul. That is so pretty. This yellow is so gorgeous. Like, just, oh, I love this one. This one is definitely my favorite of the two. And you'll see why. This one just has, even this, I love the little peacocks. This one definitely has a lot more watercolor illustration in it. A lot of watercolor florals. A lot of these that you see throughout the magazine. Just gorgeous. This was also in the magazine. I think they were all in the magazine, to be quite honest. Just we're just getting them all here in like full glory. Gorgeous. This is just, I love both, and I'm not really an orange person, but this is gorgeous for like the fall. And this, oh my goodness. Love this. This is very cute. I feel like this is more reflective of like the other one, of the new illustrative style. The other one has more pages that have patterns that are like ice cream and perfume bottles and stuff like that. Oh, love this design. I would just love an entire like wallpaper of this. This is beautiful. The back side is really nice too. And so that is this one. This is the first edition of the paper scrapbook block, 50 sheets, 100 designs, and so it's 50 sheets front and back. And each one is original. There's no repeating designs in these. And then the second one is this one. It's exactly the same. It just has different patterns in it. And I feel like this one is more, the patterns are more reflective of like how the magazine has been looking the last couple of years. I do love this page here. But this is what I mean by that. It's more kind of like this sort of style or like this sort of style. This is actually quite reminiscent of like the flat sort of Flow magazine style. And I'm not really keen on the Flow magazine style. Maybe that's why this just doesn't do anything for me. I love this. I love things like this, you know, floral. This is also really cute, even though it's like weird patterns all converging together. But like, this is what I mean, you know? I'm not really keen on that. Love this. Or like something like this. I feel like a lot of the like kind of more recent years magazines have had a lot of this sort of illustration on it. This is gorgeous. I just like anything that has nature or florals. Like this is, I like this. I love this. I love anything with script or like handwriting on it. And this, oh, I really love this. I love anything that is a floral on black and white, and that's like a sketchy floral. Beautiful. This is also really nice. It leans more towards that vintage vibe. Really love this. So even though that paper pad is more, it's more like my, I guess, up my speed, like, or up my alley. It's more, I like more of the designs in it. There are designs in this one that I find really pretty. This is really pretty. The color palette is a little more saturated for me, but I do really like that, and I love the back. These pages, the ones that have like little knickknacks on it, I'm not quite keen on them. I like the watercolor. Love the watercolor illustration. Another like vintage style sheet. Actually, this one's really pretty. And then the daisies in the back. These are more like graphic, you know. I do love this, but I'm more, I think my eye draws more to like the watercolor illustrations. That's very pretty. See, like this, you can tell this was made. This was drawn on a computer. It's very cute. It's very shabby chic. Some butterflies. Gorgeous. Love that. Kind of looks like, it's watercolor, but it kind of looks like pressed flowers. I love this actually. Maybe because it's watercolor, but it's very fashion, you know, the perfume bottles, the fashion models. This is like that big poster. Love this. Love it. Actually, this is this was one of those little strips from a magazine that I cut because I recently used that little piece that I cut. That was this pattern in a journal. Love it. Love, now I have like the full page of it. And I love anything with maps. And I like how this one's sort of like muted, but it's very cool. Love that. There's a lot of this. Like I said, there's a lot of these types of like inventory kind of pattern papers in here. Love these little tiles. This is beautiful. And I suppose you can fussy cut all this stuff out, the ones that have like images that make up the page, like sort of like this. Oh, this is cats, and these are dogs. But this one looks like it's zoomed in more. See, like something like this, you can probably fussy cut like all of these little pieces. Love this. And so that is that one. So those are the two paper block pads from Daphne's Diary. This is the first one, this is the second one. I do prefer the designs in this one more than this one. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to pop on and show you those because I haven't seen anybody flip through this one, and I know I'm one of those people who like, oh, I want, especially paper pads, like even scrapbooking line paper pads, I'm like, I need to see a flip through of that before I buy the pad because I want to make sure that I like at least most of the designs on them before I, invest in a paper pad. And so I hope that this was helpful. And yeah, so this was just my little haul here, my 2 issues of Daphne's Diary, my 2 paper pads, and my birthday calendar, and of course the planner. And so yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I am going to film next a flip through of this and just sort of go over how I'm going to use it. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.